Randy. Hey, Randy, you in here? Randy?
Like Jeepers, Scoob, it's the Rossifari Old-Timey.
Dude, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm figuring out what voice I want to use for the special this year.
What? Just use your announcer voice like, you did last year? Dude, it is liquid gold.
I did that last year. How about Pee-wee Herman?
It's the Rossifari Old-Timey.
No.
Okay. Bobcat Goldthwait.
What? Rossifari.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Okay, come on, Kermit the Frog. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
No.
Mickey Mouse?
Too litigious.
Donald Duck.
That's the same company. And too hard to understand.
Tasmanian Devil?
Less litigious, still too hard to understand.
Your current listener's mom when I come to their house.
Inappropriate and inaccurate.
John Rossi? Da.
More appropriate, still inaccurate.
Oh ho, what about this one? You'll like this one. You have to like this one. Dobby the Elf.
Trixie Hobbitses.
Randy, that's not even Dobby.
Trixie Hobbitses.
Just stop.
Steal Dobby's
Randy,
precious.
stop. No, that's not even Dobby. Oh my God. Just enough already. We need to start the show, all right?
So you really want me to go with this one again?
Yes, please. Though you did mention Kermit, so I guess we could just do the whole thing as the Muppets. Da! Welcome to my podcast. Get ready because this episode has barely started. Waka waka.
What was that?
Fozzie Bear. Obviously. That's like my best impression.
Right. Anyway. Welcome to the Rossifari Old-Timey Non-Denominational Holiday Special 2024, featuring Amy Fennell and Ren Howell, with special guests Natali Berry, Beck Bradley, Khaz Brooks, Jamie Delk, Dani Poirier Larson, Cassi Light, Emily Mack, Anna Martins, Kate Palaski, Vicky Poole, Bekah Robinson, Miles Rossi, Dr. Zoe Rossi, Kristen Scaglione, Justin Williams. Poetry presented by Sarah Lynn Bowser. Music by Taylor Isaac Gray. The Shakedown Shuffle, Lianne and Luke, and the Pinecone Rockets. Unique episode art by Laura of Cappy Trails. I'm your announcer for tonight's festivities, Randy Motown Brown, and here's your host, the one person I know with so few friends he has the time to write this whole thing every year, John Rossi.
Thank you so much, and welcome to the 2024 edition of the Rossifari Old-Timey Non-Denominational Holiday Special. We've got some really fun stuff planned this year, including more jokes, truly incredible musical performances, some really fun interviews, and more. Last year, the holiday special quickly became my most downloaded episode and the episode that I received the most messages about. So I knew right away that this year, not only would I be doing another holiday special, but that it would have to be bigger and crazier than last year. So this year, you're going to be hearing from Amy Fennell of NEI, and it is a really fun, really unique interview. I don't want to give anything away here, but let's just say we had a lot of fun with this one. You'll also be hearing from Wren Howell, all the way from Australia. She's a fan favorite, and it's been far too long since she was on the pod, so that's an extra special holiday gift for y'all. We've also got more music than ever before, and the usual fun jokes and skits and bits from fan favorite Rossifari guests. And to get things started and to set the tone for this production, well, look, like I said, I wanted to go really big this year. Really, really big. Tonight, we've got a really big shoe for you.
Let's leave the impressions to me.
Okay, fair. Sullivan isn't my best. But yes, to set the tone for the evening, I took all of my patron money from this year and used it to hire, well, okay, gosh, I'm so excited about this, but we have an announcer for a reason. Take it away, Randy.
Okay. Wow, is this right? Dang, I have to admit I'm impressed. Okay, here we go. Distinguished listeners of the Rossifari podcast, it is my incredible honor to introduce to you, all the way from the historic Radio City Music Hall in New York, New York, taking time away from their incredibly busy holiday season. Put your hands together for the Rockettes. You forgot this is an audio-only podcast, didn't you, John?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, John, it's me, Justin, from the Edmonton Valley Zoo.
Hey, buddy, good to hear your voice.
How much money does a skunk have?
I don't know. How much money does a skunk have?
1 cent.
Ooh, buddy, I like it.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of the Rossifari podcast listeners, to you, Miles and Zoe, from your friends at the Edmonton Valley Zoo and Valley Zoo Development Society.
Howdy, John. It's Vicky from the Fort Worth Zoo.
Hey, friend.
I hope you're enjoying your holidays.
I am. You too, I hope.
I'm hoping that Santa brings me a henway.
A henway? What's a henway?
About 6 pounds. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Hanukkah. Enjoy your days. Have a great holiday.
Thanks, Vicky. You're Great. Okay, that didn't work, but bye.
Talk to you soon.
This is Bekah from the Greensboro Science Center.
Hey, Bekah.
Hey, John.
Yes?
Why don't penguins like to talk to strangers at holiday parties?
Why don't they?
Because they find it hard to break the ice.
Hey, that's my thing. You did the drum thing.
Happy holidays, everyone.
And now we've come to the first of our musical guests for the evening. A band featuring Jason Cohen on lead vocals, piano, and bass. Justin K. Brown on saxophone. And John Rossi on the drums, performing an original rendition of Run, Run, Rudolph, with the exact lyrical brilliance you would expect from the Rossifari podcast. Here is the Shakedown Shuffle.
Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make it hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, I'm feeling like a merry-go-round. Said Santa to the zookeeper, what have you been longing for? All I want is to know I lock the locks on every exhibit door. So Rudolph hit the zoo and check that they're all secure. Good job, Rudolph. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, I'm feeling like a merry-go-round. All right, play that. make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, I'm reeling like a merry-go-round. Honk that horn. That's for all the zookeepers out there. Come on. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa gotta make it to town.
Run, Rudolph, run, Rudolph.
Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down.
Rudolph, run,
Run, run, Rudolph, I'm reeling like a merry-go-round.
And now we turn to our first special guests of the evening. Coming to you from the land of Foster's Beer, Outback Steakhouses, and the greatest comedy of all time, Crocodile Dundee. This is beginning to sound like New Jersey. Here's John's interview with Wren Howell.
Hey, Ren, happy holidays. Why don't we start off with you reminding people who you are?
Happy holidays. I'm Renee Howell. I'm a zookeeper in Sydney, Australia. I was previously the supervisor and primary trainer of Kofi, the Goodfellows tree kangaroo at Wildlife Sydney Zoo. However, since returning from maternity leave, I've actually moved across to SeaLife Sydney Aquarium as the supervisor of the subantarctic penguins.
Yeah, which is kind of sad since we love Kofi, but also kind of cool because it's a big promotion for you, and penguins are awesome. So I approve,
Yes.
grudgingly, but I approve. Yeah, it is so great to have you back on the podcast after such a long time. And the reason I thought you would be such a perfect person to have on for the holiday special is actually something that occurred to me last month.
Oh, yes. Go on.
Okay, so, well, as you remember, I sent you a message on November 28th.
Do you really want to tell people about this? Your listeners currently respect you.
Hey, that wasn't a joke. And yes, I'm fine telling this story.
I mean, it was kind of a joke, but okay. I'm going to tell the rest. You messaged me on the 28th of November and tell me to have a happy Thanksgiving, as you do.
Yep, and that is when I learned that apparently Thanksgiving is not a universal holiday. Who knew?
Literally everyone, John. But how did this mistake inspire you to ask me to be an interview subject for your holiday special?
Well, look, I'm a person who learns from his mistakes. And so I was thinking about it, and I realized that people in the United States celebrate a lot of holidays over the last few weeks of the year. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, the reemergence of Mariah Carey, and even New Year's Eve. And so I wondered, we have all that going on, but do the people of Australia celebrate any holidays or do anything fun during that time? Boomerang Day or National Numbat Day or something?
You can't be serious, right?
No, I learned from my mistake, and I want to understand your culture. Educate me, Ren. Come on, the floor is yours.
Oh, John, we have those holidays here too. Of course we celebrate things like Christmas in Australia. Are you kidding me right now? This is why I haven't been on your podcast for so long.
Well, fine. Excuse me. No, but seriously, all joking aside, I do know that American zoos and aquariums make a huge deal out of the holidays for guests and animals with festive light displays, holiday enrichment, and more. So is that something you see a lot of in Australia, or at least in the places you've worked there?
Yeah, well, it is probably one of the main holidays that we do like to incorporate into our displays and social posts and things like that. Typically, we will do a fair bit of present enrichment and having Santa deliver them to the animals, especially those animals that love paper and boxes. It does bring out the best in them. One of my favorite things, though, is when we have one of our divers at the aquarium dress up as Santa when we dive to clean the tanks.
Nice. That's really cute. Have you ever thrown a reindeer in the tanks?
John, not again.
Sorry.
Let's stop there.
I know, we got serious for a minute and then I ruined it. But one thing that I do wonder, just thinking climately, is that so much of the stuff that we do for the holidays around here is centered on the fact that it's December, which for us is cold weather. But in Sydney, you're currently in the middle of summer, I think. And so does that impact what like songs and decorations you have there? I mean, I can't imagine you're all like super into White Christmas or dashing through the snow when it's 81 degrees or 27 degrees to y'all.
Look, we do have our own Aussie version of Jingle Bells. It starts off like this. Dashing through the bush in a rusty Holden ute, kicking up the dusk, esky in the boot, so on and so forth. But obviously it does get rather hot out here.
I'm so
like
happy right now.
High 30s. I'm glad you did enjoy that. I knew you didn't see it coming. But we do still have the typical Christmas songs as well. But we sing them along, probably not realizing at the time that we do not actually relate to most of them. But you see, instead of like real icicles coming off the roof, we just hang icicle-shaped lights. Something is better than nothing.
That's fair. That's fair. And I'm curious, does it help you personally connect with any of the snow imagery and cold weather songs and all that stuff since you're working with cold weather penguins now?
It does definitely help being with the snow chickens. Not only is it relief from the sweltering heat, but it does allow us to do some pretty cool snow or ice enrichment for them. Having our ice machine inside the exhibit also means that we can actually produce and provide snow for other animals around the zoo and aquarium as well. So we can give them a little bit of a white winter Christmas as well. So it's pretty cool and convenient.
Nice. I love
no pun
that.
Intended.
Pun very much intended if it's on this podcast, let's be honest.
Very much so.
Yes. Well, thank you for taking the time to do this. And can you give my listeners a gift by promising that we can do a full episode together again soon, since you are the most listened to episode of all time of the Rossifari podcast?
I do give my wholehearted promises.
Yay! Well, thank you, Ren. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you so much. I'll chat to you soon.
All right, guys. So for this next segment, I was a little bit naughty. I snuck into the binturong habitat at Roger Williams Park Zoo. And while I was there, I captured a recording of our good friends Khaz and Kate from that amazing episode just a few weeks ago, having a private conversation. And so here is my recording of that.
Hey, Kate, do you know why songbirds hate caroling with other birds?
Why no, Kaz? Why do they hate it?
Because hummingbirds never remember the words.
Oh, I thought it was ponies that songbirds hated caroling with.
Why is that?
Because they're a little horse.
Hey, John. It's Beck Bradley.
Hey, Beck, what's up?
I got a holiday joke for you.
Ooh, I like it.
What type of musical group plays the best Christmas carols for sea animals?
I don't know. What?
You ready?
I am.
Orchestras. Oh! I cracked myself up. Okay. Happy holidays.
We'll be right back after a word from our super real, definitely not made up for comedic purposes, sponsor.
Zookeepers, aquarists, conservationists, fans of zoological facilities and animals alike. Do acronyms got you down, friend? When you find yourself flirting with that special someone, do you often find yourself crashing and burning because you have an ACM from the RRC but can't remember which letters to say when? Participate in an SSP through the AZA after doing a PVA, but now you're so confused you can't even eat your alphabet soup? Then you need Rossifari's Zoological Acronyms Dictionary. Filled with the letters and meanings behind the ridiculous acronyms this industry insists on using, will have you feeling like a BA, MA, PhD, or DVM, or VMD, depending on what school you go to, in no time flat. We'll help you understand that tag is more than just a game. Safe is a program as well as a feeling. Zach isn't just how you greet a guy from Saved by the Bell and more. No, that's not an Italian person standing up for themselves when they say, "Hey, I'm Mata." But only with our book will you know what they do mean. The CEC, CRC, Crew, and WCS, and both the ZAA and the other ZAA have already purchased their copies, and now you can too, because they are sold in all SSA gift shops. When you get your copy, you'll finally understand what I just said in this commercial. And for a limited time, you can save 10% on your purchase by telling them you're a listener of the RFP.
Presenting their own original Christmas song, here are Nathan Yates Douglas and Kat Greenfield, better known as Pinecone Rockets.
There's nowhere to go.
Why don't we just stay home
and cuddle up
by the tree? 'Cause the very best gift
don't take no shopping trip.
It's got a lovely simplicity.
All I need, only thing I wish is your kisses this Christmas. As for me, the only thing that's on my list is your kisses this Christmas.
When you're out on the road,
the winter's twice as cold.
Darling, I miss you. I miss you like mistletoe.
But even when you're alone,
my heart is your home,
and we're together no matter how far we go. All I need, the only thing I wish is your kisses this Christmas. As for me, the only thing that's on my list is your kisses this Christmas. Even when you're alone,
my heart is your home, and
we're together no matter how far we go. All I need, only thing I wish is your kisses this Christmas. As for me, the only thing that's on my list is your kisses this Christmas. All I need, the only thing I wish is your kisses this Christmas. As for me, the only thing that's on my list is your kisses this Christmas. All I
Hey guys, this is Anna, and I'm here to bring you a little holiday cheer with a joke. Are you ready? Why don't kangaroos get Christmas presents? Because they keep jumping to conclusions about who's on the naughty list. I hope that gave you guys a little bit of a chuckle. I'm wishing everyone a quality Christmas and a fantastic New Year. Sending all the positive vibes and love from Australia.
Hey, John, it's Jamie over here in Dallas. Merry Christmas to you and all your Rossifarians.
Thanks.
I have a holiday joke for you.
Ooh, let's hear it.
So what do ticks and the Notre Dame Christmas market have in common?
I have no idea.
They're both parasites.
Oh!
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a happy new year and take care of yourselves. Bye.
Hey, John.
Hey.
It's Kristen.
Woo.
I've got a question for you.
Okay. Hit me.
How much does it cost Santa to park his reindeer and sleigh?
I don't know. How much?
Nothing. It's on the house. Get it?
Of course I get it, Goober.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
Same to you.
Hi, John.
Hey.
This is Emily Mack from Nashville Zoo.
Yeah, it is.
And I have a joke for you.
Hit me.
My joke is, what is a giraffe's favorite holiday song.
I have no idea. What is it?
Neck the Halls. Have a good holiday season.
You too.
While the songs and jokes and such are incredible, and the announcing is second to none, this is still an animal podcast. So here is John interviewing Amy Fennell of NEI with a very unique holiday discussion.
My name is Amy Fennell. I'm the supervisor of training at Natural Encounters. I am a bird nerd. I love birds. Here I am.
Yes, you do. And we've been on the Zoom for 3 minutes, and you've already shown me a bird, which makes me happy. And I don't mean flicking me off, although you do that a lot too. So
that is a thing that happens.
So y'all listening, I truly have no idea what we're doing here. Amy knows I do my holiday specials, and she reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I want to be on your holiday special." And I was like, "Cool, what are we doing?" And she was like, "Shut up and book me." And I went, "Okay." So that's what we did, and now I am here. So you have the floor.
I want to talk about the 12 days of Christmas.
That makes sense. Some of those days have to do with birds, so I get this.
A lot of them have to do with birds. And I mean, like, an uncomfortable amount of them have to do with birds, to the point where if you didn't like birds and that was what you were getting as a gift, it's almost warfare at that point. Like, you are being showered with birds.
All right, so let's dig in. I don't know how you want to approach this, but tell me about the 12 days of Christmas.
We start with a partridge in a pear tree, right?
Yes.
What is a partridge? And there are two main types of partridge. And if you actually look this up, there are people who are fighting about, when they say the 12 days of Christmas and a partridge in a pear tree, what species of partridge was it? So is it a chukar, or as most birders say, a chucker? Is it a red-legged partridge? Is it a gray partridge? Like, what is it? And so the 12 Days of Christmas, I guess, came from a French poem. So they're assuming that it was the French bird, which would be a red-legged partridge, because the gray partridges are British.
Okay.
The thing that I find hilarious is both of these are ground birds. Why would they be in a pear tree?
Oh, no. I did not know that.
And would they be gifting the pear tree as well?
I would assume so.
How do you gift a tree? That's a big ass tree. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to?
Yes, you are. That is fine.
Okay,
yes.
good. Okay, so we're starting off, and we already have questions, right?
Yes.
So partridges are really cool birds. In North America, you will see chukars or chuckers as a introduced species, Hungarian partridges, and they're phenomenal little birds. They're related to quails and pheasants and galliforms in general, but cool little birds. But only one of them. What are you going to do with one partridge? So you got a partridge and you got a pear tree, I guess. So what's the second thing you get?
I don't know.
You know, come on. On the first day of Christmas.
Calling birds.
2 turtle doves.
Turtle doves. See, I told you I don't know. I didn't know we were doing this. I don't know what's going on. You know what I know? 5 golden rings. Woo!
We're going to get there.
Okay.
We're going to get there, because those are also birds.
Okay, now you're losing me. But go ahead. Yeah. All right, back to the turtle doves. Now, I do love turtle doves. It's their shells that I really think are adorable.
Okay, do you know what a turtle dove looks like?
Yes, that was just a dumb joke.
Doves are awesome. Here's the potential challenge we're getting into, and maybe not even a challenge, depends on what you're into. Every single bird we're going through in the next little bit is edible. So turtle doves, which are one of the British things that almost equals a mourning dove. Like, they're a little dove. They've got really nice little markings on their neck. They make kind of they don't make as nice a morning call as our mourning dove. Sorry for the British listeners. They have kind of a little thing that they do, but they are birds that are shot and eaten. So when we're looking at gifting birds out of the 12 days of Christmas, most of these birds, almost all of these birds, are being given as part of a feast. Like, we're giving people game birds to eat. Oh. So a partridge is a game bird. I would like to be given a partridge because I can cook it and eat it. 2 turtle doves is a light meal because we wouldn't necessarily try to keep 2 turtle doves as caged bird, right? Okay. So we've now got a partridge, and we're gonna go with a red-legged partridge, but it could be any species, really. Turtle dove is the species, so great job. So we've got potentially a red-legged partridge and 2 turtle doves. What's the third one?
I'm just gonna, should I just?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens.
Yes, woo! Good man. Okay, so again, edible.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that's fair. I've had hen, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they're chickens. So we've all had chicken, unless you're vegetarian from birth.
I figure that they're French hens, so they come with au jus. Is that how that works?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. We can do all sorts of, we can do coq au vin, but it wouldn't be 3 French hens. It would be 2 French hens and a rooster, I guess. So 3 French hens, again, we're going on the culinary theme. Like, what we're giving people in the 12 days of Christmas is food items. But chickens, great birds. Love chickens. Smarter than people think. Love to train them. They're great birds. Also delicious, depending on your culinary choices. 4th day.
4th is calling birds. I said it before, but it's 4th is calling birds, right?
So is it calling birds?
Oh, God, the look on your face. I'm so scared right now.
So the original is collie birds, Colly.
Okay.
And it became calling birds. And collie birds is another name for blackbirds in British speak. British.
Is English the word that you were looking for?
No. Well, yes. But collie birds is an old term for, shut up. Collie birds is an old term for blackbirds. So for collie birds, blackbirds have been eaten historically. So delicious, apparently.
Wow, that's really cool. I can't believe that that's just like a major lyric change. Out of curiosity, would a collie bird be considered a calling bird?
Probably. And I think when it got to calling bird, they were just looking at any songbird.
That's what I was thinking,
Something that was making, but so here's my bird nerdness.
This is the start of the bird nerdness? Come on.
No, but thank you. So do you know the genus of blackbirds? It's Turdus, and blackbirds are Turdus marula. And do you know what Turdus migratorius is?
No.
It's the robin.
Oh, okay. I hear that they are rocking.
Yeah. Rockin' robin.
Yeah.
Tweedly deed.
And then we get to the jewelry that you're going to try and convince me is a bird.
Well, so here's the thing. 5 golden rings. So there's a lot of discussion about what that means. Is it actually rings? Because, listen, here's the thing. This song has talked about birds for 4 separate verses. And now we're like 5 golden rings and we change everything. So they're goldfinches.
They're goldfinches?
Mm-hmm.
You're just making stuff up now.
I'm not. Well, I am, but also I'm not. There's 2 groups. One is saying that the 5 golden rings could be a reference to the rings on a ringneck pheasant, but anybody who knows ringneck pheasants know that those rings are not gold. They are white.
Obviously.
Yeah. But yes, so a theory is that gold rings may be a corruption of the Scottish world gold sphinx, which actually means goldfinches.
And you have established that we've already had like word changes happen here. So that's
exactly. Well, and so the thing is that this is from the 1800s, like, or before that. Stuff gets lost in translation.
Yeah, I believe 1780 is when this film we're looking at first came from. Yeah, so that would make sense. And again, like you said, it was French, so you know.
Well, who knows what those French are doing? Sorry for all of our French listeners.
I think they're mostly just saying, See, now I'm sorry for our French listeners.
Okay.
We don't have that many listeners in France. It's fine.
So we have established now the first 5 are birds, right?
I'll give it to you.
If the 5 golden rings are goldfinches, which are, I would argue, more calling birds than the 4th day, because nobody's going to eat a goldfinch. They're going to listen to them sing.
Okay,
right?
so now we're off the buffet, though, right? Like now we're actually expecting these to be kept birds? Maybe.
So go to 6. 6 geese a-laying.
A-laying, yes. Okay, yeah.
So now there's a gap, right? So we're not eating the geese. What are we eating?
We're eating the eggs and keeping
exactly.
Although you can't eat geese.
We certainly can. They are very expensive these days, but we can eat the geese, but we will keep them for their eggs.
Okay, yeah, that works. Okay.
Then we get into some trouble.
Okay. So I remember that 7, I know I'm going to start to lose some of these, but 7 is swans a swimming, right?
Yeah. Have you met a swan?
I have, yes. Not good.
Yeah. No. Not great.
No.
So
7 seems like a lot.
First of all, again, and I think I saw this on a Tumblr post, but it's like, without permission, giving somebody 7 swans is like an act of war. Like that. This isn't a gift. This is aggression. If somebody dropped 7 swans on me with no warning, we would have to have a really serious conversation about that, because depending on the species of swan, big swans are impressive animals, amazing birds, really, really thick, heavy-bodied waterfowl, lots of history behind them. But trumpeter swans are the heaviest flying bird in North America, which is a lot. So again, I would want some consent before swans were presented to me.
That's fair.
Especially 7 of them. Like, that's a lot of swan.
All right. So we got 8 maids of milking. What bird is a maid of milking?
So we have a few options. And the biggest thing that I thought of is, what birds produce milk?
Oh gosh, I don't know this. Is it a milky eagle?
No, thank God. Because none of them have nipples. So,
yeah, I'm confused here.
Yeah. So columbiforms, pigeons, produce crop milk. So they're the only birds that will feed their kids from something that they produce in their crop. So pigeons and doves, all of those guys, they eat food, they produce what's called crop milk, and then the babies will feed from mom and dad. So if you want to go with this 8 maids of milking, I'm going to say pigeons. 8 pigeons of whatever variety you choose, but they are producing milk to feed their children, which I think is great.
And better than buying 8 humans. So I'm on board for this.
Yes. We're escaping slavery and going to crop milk production with pigeons.
Perfect.
Good.
I like it. Good.
Okay. So what's the next one?
Ladies dancing. I feel like lots of birds dance. I feel like this one isn't even hard.
I'm going to go with some amazing pair bonding dancing between grebes or swans or albatross or any of the other species that do some beautiful things.
See, I love that. And in my mind, I have to go with swans, because in my mind, this dude is just like, I got you 7 swans. Then I got you 8 of this other bird with the crop milk. And now I'm going to give you an additional 9 swans because I want to see if you are willing to stay with me through the hellscape that I have created by bringing 16 swans into your living quarters.
Well, and here's the thing. I love that because this guy brought 7 swans. So what's that extra swan doing? That's multiple pairs of that's 3 pairs of swans, and then like Joe, who's off in the corner, just sad because he doesn't have a pair. So if you add the extra 9, now there's 16. So we've got 8, pairs of swans, and that's great.
That's perfect. And that's clearly what the song is about at this point.
Yes.
Dude realized that he had not done proper husbandry research, did not realize they needed a pair. And so 2 days later was like, babe, I got you. I brought 9 more swans. That way Joe doesn't have to be sad anymore. Frankly, he nailed it.
Then is it Lords of Leaping?
Yes,
Where are we
10 Lords of Leaping.
Okay, 10 Lords of Leaping. I think of birds like Seriama or secretary birds. Lots of different species of cranes are great at the kicking and the smacking with the feet.
So you have to pick one. I've decided arbitrarily.
Okay.
So what are our Lords of Leaping? What bird is the Lord of Leaping? The Lord of the dance when it comes to leaping for birds is
secretary bird.
Love it. Amazing. They're so cool.
They're very cool, and they can kick all the things.
And now we're at 11 pipers piping.
I think I would just go with a killdeer. Like any of the basic sandpipers, but like a lot of people don't know that killdeer are sandpipers. So I think they're, at least in North America, they're pretty ubiquitous, and they're all over the place, and they are very dramatic little birds with their don't come near my eggs, I'm gonna pretend I have a broken wing, and they're incredible calls.
Nice. All right, there we go. So killdeer. And then we get to the most important day, of course, the 12 drummers drumming, which I have always assumed is just 12 carbon copies of me looking adorable and being sent to random people. But you're going to tell me it's some stupid bird, probably a woodpecker or something.
Incorrect.
Okay.
First of all, it can be you if you want, and that would be fine. So everything about the 12 days of Christmas is birds except for the 12th day, which is John. 12 Johns.
Oh, God.
Drumming
I just
in
pictured
your
12
house.
of me, and I want to, no, let's go bird. I think the loudest bird would still be less annoying than that.
So there is a species of bird, a very cool species of bird, that will take a piece of stick and intentionally break off a limb and use it as a drumstick. It's one of the only birds that we're wondering if it has any sort of musicality in terms of beat and rhythm. And that is the black palm cockatoo.
Really?
And they will,
Wow.
yes. So what they do is they will take any number of sticks. So they'll chew off a few different sticks, and they'll go back to their nest cavity, and their nest cavities are these hollow logs, and they will take it, they'll break it off, and they will put it in their foot, and they will drum on their nest cavity, and the females will consider whether that's good enough for them or not.
That is how I get mates too, by drumming now. Yes.
You did very well. Zoe's amazing. But it is really interesting because it seems like they will choose the stick, and the female will judge based on what the noise is.
That is amazing. That is honestly so cool to me. Clearly that's like the coolest thing that I've heard today. That's amazing.
Yeah, except that now this person has 12 black palm cockatoos.
Which are loud birds, I'm assuming. I know cockatoos. I don't know. Those are loud even without the drumming. You might actually be better off with 12 of me, which is saying something. But woof, that's a lot.
So this person now has 12 black palm cockatoos, 11 killdeer,
yep,
10 secretary birds, 9 what did I say for swans. So more swans. So they have 16 swans.
Right, 16 swans. Yep.
They have 16 swans, 8 pigeons, more swans, 6 geese, and then 5 goldfinches, 4 blackbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge.
And also a random pear tree that a partridge
And a
can't
pear
live in.
tree.
Yes.
Exactly.
78 birds and a tree. Amazing. Well, this has been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for doing this.
You're very welcome. Happy holidays to you and yours.
Hey everyone, Cassi here from Odyssey Aquarium in Arizona. Just popping in to say happy holidays. Hey John,
Hey, Cassie.
want to hear a funny joke?
I do, especially as a funny one would be different than what we've been hearing for most of these this episode.
What is a coral reef's favorite festive decoration?
I don't know. What?
Christmas tree worms.
Oh, man, that was rough.
Well, that's all for now. Hope everyone has a good holiday and a happy new year.
You too, Cassie. And hey, thank you for recording this despite the fact that you weren't feeling your best. Don't worry, you still sound great.
Hello there. My name is Natali. I am a senior aquarist at Odyssey Aquarium in Scottsdale, Arizona. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a shark?
What?
Frostbite. I hope everyone has a good holiday season, or as we like to say in the aquarium field, a fantastic holiday season. Wait, John.
What?
What are you wearing?
I mean, it's polar bear pajamas and a Santa hat that has T-Rexes on it and it lights up. What? Is that weird? Are you going to tell me that's weird? Jeez. Look, Santa didn't gift us all with such an incredible fashion sense like you have, where it's like, oh, I always have to look so good.
Oh my God, John, stop it. You are so kind. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Wait, why are you suddenly giving me a weird look?
Don't you remember? You said you were going to learn the Mean Girls dance with me.
I do not remember.
You know, the one to Jingle Bell Rock?
Yeah, I mean, I know the song, but...
You were supposed to be Regina.
I mean, let's be clear. I would always be Regina, yes. But I'm sorry that I forgot about learning the dance with you. It was a really, really busy year. But hey, I will say it was a really amazing year.
You know, it's great that your year went so well.
Thank you.
You know, despite the drumstick incident.
Hey, we do not talk about the drumstick incident. Okay, that's enough. Get off my podcast. Go, go, go.
Now we head all the way to the west coast of these United States. There, in the Bay Area of California, we come upon an incredible human with a huge heart, a brilliant mind, artistic talent to spare, a great smile.
Randy, just stop. She's engaged.
Ah, I see. Well, here's Sarah Lynn Bowser with a poem or something.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the zoo, not a creature was stirring, not even a new. Special enrichment had been made the previous day for early morning delivery, as though from a sleigh. The hippos were snuggled asleep in their sheds, while visions of whole watermelons danced in their heads, and bears in their dens, raccoons, turtles, and bats had just settled down for their long winter naps. When out by the gift shop there rose such a clatter, meerkats stood sentinel to see what was the matter. But they were too small to see over the fence all the way to the building that sold zoo presents. The moon on the breasts of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, too bad zoo animals don't know St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. Of course we know each is just a public name that was voted for on social media. What a darn shame. Of the story of Nick, there is more to tell, but of those reindeer, there is much more as well. For you see, dear listener, I have some news that might serve to impress or maybe confuse. There is one little lie on which we've been sold about these reindeer that's been repeatedly told. They're presented as male, being so strong and fast, but that lie is one that ignores the facts. You see, the male's antlers fall off with a clatter. In November or December, they're gone by the latter. So Nick's reindeer are girls, and you know that that's right. Happy holidays to all, and to all a good night.
And now we move on to the next musical guest of the evening. Last year, Taylor Isaac Gray gave us the single most talked about bit in the entire special with his parody rendition of Christmas Time is Here. This year, he's back with an extended version of that very same song. Take it away, Taylor!
Rossi's at the zoo. Keepers clean up poo. All the seals who eat their meals while all looking at you. Kangaroos in trees. Why are they in trees? Pinteros think they belong with kangaroos in trees. Turtles in the seas. They need air to breathe. Why would they live in the sea when they need air to breathe? Jellies have no brains, paralyzing prey. Produce light instead of right when they communicate.
Hey, buddy, thank you so much for doing that song again this year and for stretching it out for us. Now, I know last year you did a joke for us. Do you have one for this year?
How much Hanukkah guilt did the skunk get?
How much?
1 cent.
Okay, well, I have some bad news for you. Somebody else made a very similar joke, but I did decide to leave that one in simply because I don't think most people know what Hanukkah gelt is, and now they can go look it up and learn something. But do you have a different joke for us?
What is the traditional holiday greeting for lions?
I'm afraid to ask. What?
Hanukkah Matata. Oh, what a wonderful phrase. Oi.
Wow, you went all in on that one, buddy, and on the song. Thank you so much for being here.
And now a word from another totally real sponsor.
The Rossifari Old-Timey Non-Denominational Holiday Special is brought to you by Off-Brand Crocs. Do you work in an aquarium or in a zoo on a track with a lot of aquatic exhibits? Then you know there is no better bit of footwear than Crocs for keeping your feet slip-resistant, safe, comfortable, and dry. Well, kind of dry. You work with water. In your job, wearing socks is for the birds. Well, except for waterfowl. Well, and I guess it's also for the non-water-dwelling species, but that is beside the point. Anyway, while Crocs are the best, you know that most people in the industry have to work multiple jobs just to get by, which is why you need off-brand Crocs. most of the safety, some of the comfort, and half the price of actual Crocs. These are the shoes aquarists and keepers can afford. Available now at Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and that one weird aisle in Aldi that has all the random non-grocery crap at reduced prices. Off-brand Crocs. They put the croc in the expression, "This is a crock of beep."
All right, family joke round, go.
Zoe, what did the dog say during Christmas dinner?
Bon appetit. John, what did you get our dogs for Christmas?
Candy canines. Miles, why are dogs the best hosts for holiday parties?
Because they know how to raise the wolf. Zoe, I have some good news and some bad news about the weather for Christmas this year.
What's the bad news?
It's going to be raining cats and dogs.
What's the good news?
At least it won't rain deer.
Ha-ha! Happy holidays to all the Rossifari listeners.
I got lost.
Let's try that again. All right, let's just do the happy holidays part again. Come here. Happy holidays to all the Rossifari listeners out there. We're going to keep doing it until you don't. I'm going to leave all of these in there. 3, 2, 1. Happy holidays to all the Rossifari listeners out there.
I didn't like that.
Okay, we're going to keep this in.
I'm definitely leaving some of that.
All right, so that just about wraps things up for us here, but...
Hey, John.
What?
Hi.
Hey, what
Hi,
is
John.
happening?
It's me, Dani.
Dani, what are you doing here?
Your holiday special has been lovely and all. I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you.
But the people need a poop story.
Poop story.
And so I'm here to give them one.
Yeah, that's nice and all, but that's not something we do in the holiday special. I appreciate what you...
Shut up. Cue the music.
It's time now, don't you know? We've come to the end of the show. But there's one tale left to go. You're gonna laugh and say, oh no. It's time for the Rossifari poop story.
Y'all, as you probably may know, I am on maternity leave right now, so I sadly don't have any good holiday stories or any current poop stories.
Poop story.
From work. So I figured I'd tell you a poop story.
Poop story.
That happened in my home. Because once again, I'm on maternity leave, and as we all know, I train birds at Southwick Zoo, but right now I am training a toddler to use the potty. And it's been a very involved process. I really thought I was going to nail this thing right off the bat, 3 days and done. Nope, not for me. It's just not happening. There's so much going on in my home. I am literally like Tasmanian deviling all over the place all day long. But I have a really funny story for you guys. The other day, I was holding the baby and my 3-year-old Raina said to me, "Mommy, I have to go on the potty." And I said, "Fantastic. You go, sister. Like, you got this. You can pull down your pants by yourself and you can go on the potty." So she does that. She uses her little Elmo potty. She's really big about give me privacy and do not look. So she sat herself down on the potty. I did not look. I did not look at it first. You know, I'm smelling some things that are giving me the tell that she has for sure gone. And I'm like, okay, fantastic. Raina, are you done? She says, "Yep, I'm done." She stands up. I hear her say, "Uh-oh." And I look over and she has for sure peed and pooped on the floor because, now let me tell you, she did everything right. She did everything right. She sat on the potty. She pulled her pants down. She went. But I am so scatterbrained and everything is so blurry up top right now that the last time she went potty, I forgot to put the pee and poop catch in the potty. If you don't know what that is, it's the part that actually catches the pee and the poop. So if that's not there, it goes straight down to the floor. And so, yes, there was pee and poop all over the floor, and my toddler still, in fact, got M&Ms for this act because it was my fault. It was trainer error, you guys. And that's just how it is sometimes, you know? And I'm going to be really perfectly honest, it wasn't the first time that had happened. And I'm hoping it was the last, but again, it wasn't the first. Anyway, happy holidays. I hope everybody enjoys their day, and I hope you enjoyed my poop story.
Poop story.
Peace out, friends.
Well, my favorite part of that was that Dani said that Raina's really big on privacy right now, but she shared the story on a podcast. But yeah, happy holidays, Dani, and don't worry, you'll get through this, and I see you so soon. In like less than a week, we're hanging out. So yay, happy holidays.
Here to bring a little acoustic cheer to your life, I give you Lianne Marie Dobbs and Luke Darnell with an adorable holiday mashup.
I love the winter weather, so the two of us can get together. There's nothing sweeter, finer than when it's nice and cold. I can hold my baby closer to me and collect the kisses that are due me. I love the winter weather, 'cause I got my love to keep. Whoa. When we finally kiss goodnight, now I hate going out of the store, but if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm on the fire and slowly die. And my dear, we are still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Happy holidays from Lianne Marie Dobbs and
Luke Darnell.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another holiday special is in the books, and I am so proud of it. I'm not going to lie. This was so much fun, and we involved so many more people than last year and did some different stuff, and I hope y'all loved this. I hope it brings some joy to your holiday season, and I hope it's one that you come back to throughout the year, because I know people have told me they did that with last year's, and that's pretty darn special. So thank you to everyone who participated in this year's special. I'd like to say a special thank you to Taylor Isaac Gray, who helped me out with a last-minute mixing issue that I needed some help with, and he kind of had to arrange his day to make sure that we got everything done, and he did. So you heard him a bunch already, but thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you. And I also want to say thank you to all of my patrons, especially my Red Panda level patrons, Dr. Laura Schenk, Dr. Stephen Williamson, Barbara Bennett, Jenny Owens, and Kevin Williams. And hey, don't forget to bring it back here on Friday for Zoo News. But until then, remember, friends, the words, the Rossifari Old-Timey Non-Denominational Holiday Special credits backwards are Stider, Glyceps, Yadalo, Lenoit Anemonde, Yemet, Glow, Irifisor, Ehit. The Rossifari podcast is produced, hosted, and engineered by John Rossi. Editing and fact-checking by John and Dr. Zoe Rossi. Our theme song is Sevens by Nathan Burke, performed by Nathan and John. Interrupting John theme and additional voices by Taylor Isaac Gray. You can reach John directly on Instagram and Facebook at Rossifari or by email at rossifaripod@gmail.com. Rossifari is part of the Daydreamer Media Network. Now, stop listening to me and go visit a zoo.